Hi guys! For those of you that don't know me, I am Sylvie. You can also call me Aya, and in this series I'm going to be showing you guys how I, a casual player, tackled the Pantheons in Hollow Knight. Now, you could be here either because you're bad at the game like me and want to learn, and if that's the case, I got your back, or if you're much better than me and just want to laugh at my general dumbassery, you're free to do that too, just don't be too mean. Now, as the Godmaster update is the final DLC for Hollow Knight, be warned for spoilers ahead. Let's just get into it. Now to begin, I wanted to show you guys my charm build. It's the build I've used for the first 2.5 Pantheons, almost 3. I kind of switched things up for it. Now to begin, I wanted to show you guys my charm build. It's the build I used for the first 2, almost 3 Pantheons. I did switch things up for the third. But keep in mind, I have not beat Sly yet, so that might change again before I release that video. If I ever release that video. But first up is Unbreakable Strength. It is a notch cost of 3. You can use either the Unbreakable or Fragile versions of these charms here. They will not break because you are in the dream world. But you can use Fragile Heart if you want. You can use Fragile Greed if you're feeling super try-hardy and just want to cheat the game. Up next is Quick Slash. This charm is really, really good. And I don't know why I didn't use it more, I genuinely don't know why I didn't use it more often in my regular playthrough. It's so good. Just use it, idiot. I don't know what else to tell you. Up next is Shaman Stone, also another DPS focused charm. Just use it, and actually use your spells if you don't. I didn't use my spells for a large majority of my playthrough, and that was a big mistake I had personally made. Believe it or not, bosses get a lot easier to kill when you're not just using your nail to hit them. It's incredible. Try it, trust me. And last but not least is Long Nail. I like using Long Nail or Mark of Pride. I have all notches unlocked here, so if you did want to use Mark of Pride, you would be overcharmed. I think Long Nail works just fine. So yes, this build is presumptive upon the fact that you did unlock all notches. Play with it as you will. And we're just gonna jump into it. What I do for this boss is what I do for most bosses in this game, and that is abuse the fuck out of the pogo mechanic. You do have to double jump after the first pogo to avoid taking damage because his vertical momentum is faster than yours. Or you can take damage anyway because you're an idiot. It's fine. It's a fairly easy move to get down pat, and he doesn't have much health, so you should cleave through this boss pretty quickly. I wouldn't worry about the mobs. They aren't too much of an issue. For Gruz Mommy, just hit her. Literally just hit her. I don't know what else to tell you. Shadow Dash under her when she does the Rampage move across the room. She cannot turn around to hit you back, so it's a really easy way to get some good deeps in. And that's really all there is to this fight. This guy is the biggest fucking bitch in the game. There are mobs that are less pathetic than this guy. All you need to do is wail on him. If you're a little too slow with your quick slash like I was there, you can use a quick Vengeful Spirit when he starts swinging his hammer around, but that's really all there is to this fight. You can also Dream Nail him for some tasty extra dialogue, and then pogo off of his discarded corpse to establish dominance. Moss Charger. You will take 2 masks of damage with this fight. No more, no less. My method with this boss is to literally beat them at their own game. Just fucking bum rush them. Don't worry about it. The death animation is super long too, so you'll have time to heal those 2 masks back up. Now for Hornet. This is her protector form, so her moves are fairly telegraphed. She moves pretty slow, especially compared to her sentinel form. This is the last fight before the spring, so feel free to go crazy, go sicko with your soul usage. I personally like to use Descending Dark during her idle and when she throws Needle to get some extra DPS in. I'd also recommend not jumping up to avoid damage from this boss. You can do that with a lot of bosses in this game, but Hornet will just jump up to meet you, so be sure to be careful with that. Okay, we're ready. Oh, Gorb. Not much to say on this boss, just keep your distance. If you get cocky and stand under him, you're gonna lose a lot of health very quickly to those needles. You did just visit the hot spring, so take advantage of Vengeful Spirit, try to hit him from range with a lot of spells, but do try to save enough soul for at least one spell for the next fight, and you guys will see why soon. Dung Defender. This is why you wanted to save a little bit of soul. Your Descending Dark move forces him out of his burrow move, which is super useful. Now, you cannot force him under the ground for that dive move, just avoid it. Another note is that when he throws the balls, you want to try to duck out of the way a little bit, because even if you avoid the dung ball, the length of his claw can still hit you. So don't stand right up to him when he starts throwing them. His death animation is also super long, and he yeets out like a Smash character, so if you need to heal, now would be the time. Soul Warrior, you can get a cheeky Abyssal Shriek in if you're fast, but then take damage anyway because you ran into him. This fight is fairly straightforward. This is actually where I died on my very first Pantheon run-through, but that was more so due to the fact that I hadn't remembered Dung Defender's moves, and had taken a lot more damage in that fight than I should have. But yeah, it's fairly straightforward. Brooding Moloch is the biggest fucking blue baller of Pantheon Run. You will lose so many runs to this guy, and you won't even know why. My best advice would be to just master shadow dashing through him. If you do it a little too early or a little too late, you will end up taking damage. And just be cognizant, be patient. It's really easy to lose all of your health to this guy. In addition, when he does his really big spit move, where he kind of stands still for a moment, he does not attack with his pincers, so just shadow dash to the side where he did not spit and hit him a bunch. Yeah, that's it. Try to be conservative with your spell usage for this fight so you can leave it with full soul, especially if you have trouble avoiding his attacks. If you leave with full soul and at least 3 masks, you will be able to full heal before the final boss. Oro, I just face tank him. Honestly guys, I just face tank him. He doesn't have a lot of health in his first form. You can take him down pretty quickly. Make sure you don't take more than 3 masks of health though, because that is the max you can heal as his brother drops down. Of course, assuming you don't have Crystal or Quick Focus, something that modifies the speed of healing. For these guys, Vengeful Spirit them when they are next to each other on the ground. Their jumping / down attack is probably the easiest to avoid, that one right there. Don't abuse pogoing with them. They jump up a lot too. You can pogo off of their Cyclone move! You can pogo off of their Cyclone move to avoid damage there and even hit them if you hit them near the middle. Their Great Slash is fairly easy to avoid as well. They telegraph it pretty easily. I mentioned that their Great Slash was super easy to avoid, but you know, sometimes the dumb bitch in your life is you, and that's okay. Oh, and for the love of God, do not get between them. If somehow you do end up between them, try to use Desolate Dive to get both those iframes and to get some damage in. Now, admittedly, this was not my cleanest run of Oro and Mato. You can heal during this fight, but it is extremely inconsistent and dangerous. But thankfully I got the spell off, and we finished the fight. And that was Pantheon 1, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Vengefly King, I like to pogo off of him if I don't fuck it up. I didn't fuck it up, Pog, oh my god. I'm not a god. I'm not a god, I'm not a god, I'm not a god, I'm not a god. I take it back, I take it back. I take it back, I take it back, I'm sorry! It was easy. Don't know what I was worried about.